Elon and Doge have sent out an email to all federal employees that they are to respond with like 5 things that they got done over the past week. His initial post, I'll put up, but it said failure to respond will lead to resignation. And people are freaking out, stressing out. And we'll dive into that in a second, but here we have it right here. So, this is the initial X post consistent with President Trump's instructions. All federal employees will receive an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as resignation. And first and foremost, calm down, everyone. Respond to the email, I would say. Um, and Elon even goes and clarifies, but at face value, when I first saw this and having dealt with people and that are federal employees, um, they're probably mainly just looking for an actual response. Like, it doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Like, it'd be one thing if they were asking you to, I mean, this better be good. We're going to be reviewing everything that it says you did. And if it doesn't seem that important to us, you're fired. Don't think that's what this is at all. It's not how it reads. And even later on, here we go. This was actually posted by someone who worked for Elon before. It says, proud to say, um, I once had to send Elon an email detailing what I had done and what I was planning to do. His reply was, sounds good, carry on. Yeah, pretty much. It's probably, and then Elon even says, like, this is just like, it's just to basically check if you got a pulse. Are you actually going to respond? Yeah, this is a very basic pulse check, he then clarifies. So there's speculation that there's fraud going on. That's one of the reasons. Um, and maybe people are receiving paychecks that shouldn't be, as well as, and hey, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but my full-time job, I deal with people that are federal employees on a day-to-day basis. Not saying they're bad people or anything, and this isn't all of them by any means. Um, but there are certain individuals that it is damn near impossible to get a hold of and to hear back from via email. And there are certain individuals that they just will not respond via email because they don't want proof or anything that can be used against them should the ball get dropped and something not get done. There are individuals that will only call by phone or they'll simply send you an email saying, call me, give me a call. And, when I first started um, that type of work, I've been in a GS position, I've been military. Um, you get told pretty quickly by people, make sure you got emails saved, printed out, proven to cover your tracks, cover your butt in case they try to pin something on you. And that's not really me. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're all on the same team here. We shouldn't be trying to throw each other under a bus. Shouldn't be trying to get other people in trouble, unless there's actual, heinous things going on. Um, but, even someone who's being lazy and not really doing their job, I'm not going to be snitching on them and reporting them. Hey, kudos to you, I guess, if you can sit there and keep collecting a paycheck and not really doing your job. But that's why I kind of understand that's going on. People that are having a meltdown, I don't get because, like I said, they just want to see that a lot of people respond, I think. They're not gonna be going line by line, "Okay, well, that's only 4 good things, this other one, your job doesn't sound that important." Um, they're just trying to get a response because a lot are lazy and won't even take the time to respond to an email. And then B, like I said, and Elon even pointed out, they suspect there's cases of fraud going on. So, and they don't know your job. This is like so like people are like, it's not going to take that long, and you could just lie. Just make up 5 bullets. Make up 5 bullets to put that you did last week, even if you didn't do them. How are they going to prove it? They going to fly in to your workspace and have you show them? No, make it up. Be a little creative, people. This is how they're eliminating people. It's like because the lazy people have just zero creativity, and they can't even fathom. They can't even think. Like, not only did they not even do anything at work last week, they can't even be bothered to think for 5 minutes on 5 fake things they could just put down that they did. Like, come on now. Come on. So, having dealt in that sphere, I know there are a lot of lazy people. But that said, like I said, I'm looking out for people. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I do understand it's going on. And I've dealt with many of individuals who are hard to get a hold of, and they cover their tracks well, so there's not like email proof. And well, hopefully they're checking their emails this week, because if they're not responding to these, they could finally, I guess, be in some trouble. But look, people, everyone's freaking out, like he's gonna fire all these people. Just come up with 5 things. Even if you didn't do them, make it up. I don't get why it's that difficult. I know people who this is affecting. If they did it to me, I'd just make stuff up. Because trust me, having worked in that field, I know there are a lot of jobs that you're actually, and people like that do labor jobs and that, like laborious jobs, physically demanding jobs and that, they're not going to really understand. But if anybody's worked in these types of jobs or anything, even in the private sector, same type that the government employees work in, um, there's gonna be days where there's not really much going on. You gotta, like, try to find stuff to do or there's really nothing to do. And then there's other days where you just cannot, it's balls to the wall, busy, you can't get any, free time. Can't even, go to the restroom. Um, so I get it. You're not gonna be busy 8 hours a day every day. But with this, come on, people. Let's use our imaginations. Make something up, okay? And there's other people getting mad. "Oh, everything I do. What if everything I do is classified?" Hey, guess what? Plenty of stuff I do is classified. You think I still can't come up with a bullet that kind of gives a vague understanding of what I was doing last week? Like it says don't put anything classified in there. And honestly, like I said, just a pulse check, you could probably do line 1 classified, or maybe a little few more words. Cannot really go over because it's classified. They'd probably be happy that at least you took the time to respond. So it'd be interesting because I've seen some government entities come out saying, like, urging people not to respond until they get further clarification. I don't think that's really a good idea. I would just go ahead and respond. Like, go ahead and respond. It's not like they're going to be like hunting you down. Oh, your 5 things aren't good enough. You're fired. No. So calm down, people. I don't think it's a crazy thing to want 5 things someone did in a week. And then, people use your brains. Now, I know some people are just being disingenuous on purpose because they don't like Elon or they don't like Trump. But I've seen so many, oh, well, so if you were on leave when this email went out, you're getting fired. Come on. Let's use our brains here. No, they're not going to fire you because you didn't respond and you happen to be on leave, okay? Let's use some common sense, people. Let's use some reasoning skills. That ain't going to happen. So, I don't know why everybody's freaking out. I think it's a good thing. This is, like I said, people I know, I've messaged because it is going to affect them. And I basically, like, joking around, I said, "Hey, this is what I voted for. So, I don't know, switch over to a contractor position or something like that, where you're not on that GS scale." 'Cause, we voted this is what we voted for, them to crack down on government spending, government waste, fraud, abuse. Unfortunately, it is gonna lead to some nice people. Nice, good people are probably gonna lose their jobs at some point during this Doge thing if they haven't already. And it's unfortunate, but there are plenty other jobs out there they can apply for. There's contractor jobs that are still within that work alongside in like the DoD and government uh, facilities that just aren't government employees. So, yeah, it sucks, but we all know if you've worked in that sector at all, there's a lot of jobs that probably aren't needed. So, it's unfortunate that some good people, nice people, are probably going to lose their job with Doge coming in and cleaning house. I don't think many are gonna lose their job over this email requiring 5 things. I think they're gonna be overall pleased that you just respond with 5 things. But certain jobs, let's just say, are bloated and unnecessary, and especially since COVID. People used it as an excuse to just remote work. They don't show up anymore. Now, certain lines of work, yeah, you can probably get away with that, but again, a lot of those positions, HR positions, every Zoom call that you have with your company, they're just in the comfort of their own home, checking emails, doing HR things. Most of those positions are a joke and probably shouldn't be even a job. Sorry. That might piss off some people, but those aren't real jobs. HR is a joke. So we're going to end it here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is Elon overstepping? Is it ridiculous? You know, I have a family member that might be affected. They were actually, this is getting a little ridiculous. I said, hey, too bad. That's what I voted for. It's not that hard to list 5 things you did. All right. You're not going to get fired just because your 5 things aren't good enough. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow on all platforms. Until next time, Trad West Podcast out.